When you look at the wealthy, it's easy to assume their success is all luck, timing, or inheritance. And yes, those play roles. But here's the truth. Most people who stay rich, who build wealth from modest beginnings, and who keep expanding opportunities are running a different set of habits than everyone else. These habits aren't glamorous. They're often boring, repeatable, and hidden. But they are compounding machines, and if you install them in your own life, they can change your trajectory permanently. This video isn't about luxury habits like private jets or exotic retreats. It's about the invisible, daily disciplines rich people use that anyone can adopt, no matter your income level. By the end, you'll have a playbook of systems and mental frameworks you can start today that will quietly but powerfully change your life. Part 1. The Mindset Habits. Habit 1. Thinking in terms of assets, not income. The wealthy don't just ask, how much do I earn? They ask, what do I own that earns when I don't? They measure success by how many days, months, or years they can live without working. They treat every dollar not as spending power, but as seed capital for buying assets, businesses, investments, skills, networks. This mindset shift is the root habit. Without it, everything else collapses. Habit 2. Playing the long game. Rich people zoom out. They know short-term pain creates long-term gain. They tolerate boredom in investing, resist lifestyle inflation, and avoid get-rich-quick distractions. They ask, how will this decision feel in 10 years, not just today? Their patience is their unfair advantage. Habit 3. Bias toward ownership and leverage. They seek to own equity, intellectual property, systems, or tools. They use leverage carefully, other people's time, skills, or capital, but only with discipline. Ownership plus leverage means their upside isn't capped by their hours. Habit 4. Curiosity and continuous learning. They read, ask questions, and pay for access to knowledge. Not to collect trivia, but to solve real problems faster. They value being around people smarter than them and absorbing playbooks. Curiosity compounds like capital. Part 2. The Money Habits. Habit 5. Paying themselves first. Automation is the wealthy person's silent partner. A portion of income goes straight to investments, reserves, or debt elimination before lifestyle spending. They live on the remainder, not the other way around. This habit ensures progress even in chaotic months. Habit 6. Living below their means on purpose. Yes, many rich people spend lavishly, but only after years or decades of restraint. The ones who stay rich cap their fixed costs, avoid payment traps, and prefer boring financial stability over performative upgrades. The millionaire next door drives a paid-off car for a reason. Margin is freedom. Habit 7. Building multiple income streams. Single income is fragile. Rich people cultivate multiple flows: investments, businesses, royalties, consulting, real estate, dividends. Some start small, $50 a month, $200 a quarter, but the habit is diversification. Over time, streams widen and compound. Habit 8. Obsessing over cash flow, not just net worth. They care about liquidity, the money available to act on opportunities or cover shocks. Assets that cash flow monthly, rentals, dividends, business profit, beat illiquid, flashy ones. They measure freedom by, how many months of life does my cash flow buy? Part 3. The Productivity Habits. Habit 9. Ruthless calendar discipline. Rich people guard their time like treasure. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. They allocate time to priorities, health, deep work, family, and cut commitments that don't compound. Meetings without purpose? Declined. Random requests? Filtered. They know their hours are assets. Habit 11. Daily compounding actions. They identify the 1 to 3 big rocks daily, the actions that, done consistently, produce exponential results. A sales call, a key hire, an investment review, a workout. They treat consistency as more important than intensity. 1,000 small wins beat a few heroic sprints. Habit 12. Delegation and systems thinking. Rich people ask, am I the only one who can do this? If not, they build a system or delegate. They value buying back time at a higher ROI than buying things. Systems create scalability, delegation creates leverage. Habit 13, tracking and reviewing. Wealthy people measure, not obsessively, but intentionally. They know their numbers, spending, income streams, asset allocation, and progress towards goals. They review weekly or monthly, adjust quickly, and avoid drifting. Part 4. The health and energy habits. Habit 14. Prioritizing health as capital. They understand money is worthless if health collapses. Many have daily movement routines, consistent sleep, preventative care, and stress management routines. They treat workouts like business meetings, non-negotiable. Energy is the engine of wealth. Habit 15. Protecting mental bandwidth. Rich people minimize noise. Fewer apps, fewer commitments, fewer energy drains. They buy simplicity, an assistant, automation, better tools, not to look elite, but to protect decision-making power. Clear minds make better investments. Habit 16. Balancing drive with recovery. They know burnout is a wealth destroyer. Vacations, Sabbaths, and hobbies keep their edge sharp. They rest not out of laziness, but as strategy. Recovery fuels sustained performance. Part 5. The relationship habits. Habit 17. Building social capital. Wealthy people invest in people. They nurture trust, show up for others, and give before asking. They track who they help, follow up, and remember details. Social capital opens doors money alone cannot. Habit 18. Seeking mentorship and peer groups. They intentionally join rooms with people further ahead. They pay for coaches, masterminds, or simply offer value to learn. They collapse time by importing wisdom instead of reinventing wheels. Habit 19. Teaching and sharing. The rich cement their own learning by teaching, whether to teams, mentees, or audiences. Sharing creates reputation capital, which compounds into opportunities. Part 6. How to install these habits in your life. Step 1. Pick 2 to 3 habits per category to start. Mindset, money, productivity, health, relationships. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Step 2. Translate each habit into a daily or weekly action. Example, pay myself first equals auto-transfer 10% on payday. Protect mental bandwidth equals delete 5 distracting apps. Step 3. Track with a simple habit scorecard weekly. Review, adjust, and celebrate wins. Step 4. After 90 days, add new habits gradually. Habits compound like money. Layer slowly. Case study snapshot. James, a mid-30s engineer, decided to live like the wealthy before he was wealthy. He automated 15% of his salary into index funds, kept his lifestyle frozen after raises, and started a weekend consulting side hustle. He tracked his spending, read 1 book a month, and joined a mastermind of peers building businesses. 5 years later, his net worth tripled, his cash flow doubled, and his stress plummeted. He wasn't a millionaire yet, but his habits guaranteed he would be. Wealth isn't just money. It's the systems and habits that multiply money, protect your energy, and expand your options. Rich people live by a playbook that anyone can copy. Think in assets, pay yourself first, live below your means, guard your time, invest in your health, and invest in people. Do this consistently, and your life will look different in 5 years and unrecognizable in 10. You don't need to be rich to start. You need to start to become rich.